Have you ever questioned what you know about the tragic events of September 11th, 2001? We all remember the heart-wrenching images that day, the smoke billowing from the Twin Towers, the crash at the Pentagon, the heroes of United Flight 93. As the world watched in horror, we collectively mourned the loss of nearly 3,000 lives. This was the official narrative that shocked the world, a narrative of terrorism and unexpected devastation. But as with many historical events of such magnitude, alternative narratives have emerged, narratives that question the official account. Our purpose today is not to create controversy, but to shed light on these alternative theories. We will delve into the labyrinth of speculation, examining the most popular conspiracy theories that have arisen since that fateful day. From the inside job theory to the controlled demolition theory, we will navigate through the speculative and the uncertain. Now, let's explore the maze of theories that have cast a shadow of doubt over the official narrative. First on our list, the chilling inside job theory that emerged soon after the tragedy. This theory, laden with suspicion and intrigue, suggests that the tragic events of September 11th were not the work of foreign terrorists, but rather orchestrated by the United States government itself. The origin of this theory is as complex as the theory itself. It sprouted from a seed of doubt, a question of how such a catastrophic event could happen on American soil. This doubt grew into suspicion, with skeptics questioning the government's response, the security lapses, and the ensuing foreign policy decisions. The inside job theory gained traction for a variety of reasons. Some found it hard to believe that an external group could have executed such a coordinated attack without inside help. Others pointed to the subsequent wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, arguing that the attacks provided a convenient justification for military action. The main points of this theory are unsettling. They suggest that the government allowed or even planned the attacks to create a pretext for war. The idea that those in power could sacrifice their own citizens on such a scale is a chilling one. Of course, these are just theories, and while they might offer alternative explanations, they often raise more questions than they answer. A disturbing theory indeed, but it's just one of many that have surfaced over the years. Scene script. Next we delve into the controlled demolition theory, a theory that questions the structural failure of the Twin Towers. This theory proposes a bold contradiction to the official narrative. It suggests that the Twin Towers didn't collapse due to the impact of the hijacked planes and the subsequent fires, but rather because of a calculated, pre-planned demolition. The main points of this theory center around the speed and symmetry of the tower's collapse. Proponents argue that the buildings fell too rapidly and too evenly to be the result of chaotic, uncontrolled events. They contend that only a controlled demolition, where explosives are strategically placed to guide a building's fall, could produce such an orderly collapse. This theory gained traction among a segment of the public, fueled by videos circulating online showing the towers falling in a manner reminiscent of controlled demolitions. Additionally, some experts in the field of engineering and architecture have lent their voices to this theory, further fueling its spread. However, it's not without its critics. Many scientists and engineers maintain that the heat from the burning jet fuel weakened the tower's steel structures, leading to their collapse. They argue that controlled demolition theories overlook the unique construction of the Twin Towers and the unprecedented nature of the attacks. This theory certainly stirred up a storm of debate, but the theories don't end here. Another theory that has bewildered many is the Pentagon missile theory. This theory suggests a twist to the narrative we're all familiar with. Instead of American Airlines Flight 77, it proposes that a missile was the real culprit behind the Pentagon's devastation on that fateful day. The origin of this theory is as intriguing as the theory itself. It arose from an amalgamation of doubt, skepticism, and perhaps a desperate need to make sense of the senseless. Its proponents argue that the evidence on the ground doesn't align with the official account. One of the key arguments in support of the Pentagon missile theory centers around the size of the hole in the Pentagon. The impact hole, they claim, was too small to have been made by a Boeing 757. Instead, it fits the profile of a missile strike, they assert. Then there's the question of debris. Where was the large wreckage that one would expect from a plane crash? The lack of substantial debris at the site is another point that missile theorists hold up as proof of their claim. However, like all theories, the Pentagon missile theory has its share of critics and skeptics. While it provides an alternative viewpoint, it also raises more questions than it answers. It's a theory that continues to fuel debate and speculation, even after all these years. A bewildering theory that adds another layer of mystery to the tragic events of that day. From inside jobs to controlled demolitions and missiles, the web of 9/11's conspiracy theories is indeed intricate and perplexing. We've delved into the depths of some of the most prominent theories out there, each one unique and challenging in its own right. Firstly, we examined the inside job theory. This theory suggests that the events of 9/11 were not the result of foreign terrorism, but rather a strategic plot orchestrated within our own government. It's a deeply unsettling notion, one that challenges the very fabric of trust in our institutions. Next, we explored the controlled demolition theory. This theory proposes that the World Trade Center towers didn't collapse due to the impact of the planes or the ensuing fires, but rather from a pre-planned demolition. It's a theory that sparked countless debates and scientific scrutiny. Lastly, we delved into the Pentagon missile theory. This theory questions whether it was actually a commercial airliner that struck the Pentagon, or if it was, in fact, a missile. It's a theory that's fueled by inconsistencies in official reports and eyewitness accounts. As we navigate through these theories, it's crucial to approach each with an open mind and a commitment to critical thinking. It's also essential to remember the human tragedy that occurred on September 11th. As we continue to seek truth and understanding, we remember those who lost their lives on that fateful day. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking the truth.